I just saw Fantastic Four First Steps. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna review my entire experience. First off, guys, theater was full. I feel so bad for Thunderbolts. I still think it's a very good movie. No one saw that. Holy cow. But dude, this movie is about to make bango bucks. This had more people seated than Superman, which again, you know, not trying to compare, but it's really hard to when every seat was filled. I did not see a single seat that was not filled. That is actually insane to me. Because I typically go like Thursday when right as they open up, you know, for the new movie of the week. You know, and depending on the movie, there's a decent amount of people, but even Superman, I would say a little more than half the theater was full. This one, full house. All right, second part of my experience, guys. Yo, I got the Human Torch cup. Yo, let's go. Hey, yo, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Probably not dishwasher safe because there's a battery in it. So that is unfortunate. I also got this popcorn tin. Pretty cool, pretty epic. I would rate this good. I would rate it good. Will I use them? No. That's the funny thing you know, about these popcorn buckets. They're like, oh, would you like popcorn in it? No, I'm okay. No, I'm all right. You know, I would not like popcorn in my popcorn bucket. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys, on to the actual film. So what did I think of it, guys? This was fantastic. No pun, a little bit intended. Let's go. I got some positives and yeah, I got some negatives. So let's take a look at what we got. Let me give you the rundown of the story. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to give you an upfront negative. Guys, it's not a negative about the movie, but the trailers. The trailers spoil everything. Absolutely everything. If you are like me, I try to avoid trailers, but it's just so hard to do. Especially like for me, I'm going to see movies every week. I mean, I'm sitting there and they're basically tying me down, forcing me to watch these trailers. Anything that could have been a spoiler, Galactus, you know, Reed and Sue's kid, Franklin. I mean, there's no way I can really spoil the movie. You know, I mean, what can I spoil? They win. Wait a minute. You know, I mean, I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but yeah, guys, this is going to be a spoiler review. Not going to go over all of it per se. Obviously, go out and watch the movie. If you're watching this, you're already interested in Marvel movies to begin with. So yeah, obviously go check it out. But let's go through a little recap of the story. So basically, it's 4 years after our Fantastic Four have gotten their powers. And they're all living as a family. We got Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, and Johnny, I forget his last name. Johnny Storm, duh. Starts with them making some delicious breakfast. Oh, wait, actually, Sue Storm had a pregnancy test. She was pregnant, yo. First scene of the movie. And then, yeah, everyone's celebrating that she's pregnant. Silver Surfer comes down, the baddie herself. And then she says that Earth is about to be conquered. Or not conquered, but eaten, consumed. So Johnny goes up to confront her. She says some funky language, kicks him off. They go confront Galactus. Galactus is like, damn. Yo, let me get that kid, though. And then Sue is like, no. And then Galactus is like, how about you start having contractions now? So she gives birth pretty much right then and there. After they escape Galactus's ship, they get back, and then all the people are like, so how did you defeat Galactus? And they're like, oh, we didn't. Instead, all right, here's the big spoiler. How they defeat Galactus is they, throughout the film, they're messing with this like portal thing where they like teleport an egg. They try to teleport Galactus. The Silver Surfer chick comes in, ruins a bunch of the portals except for one where their home base is at. Johnny sort of convinces her to turn on Galactus last minute. They have this big old battle. Sue Storm goes in and she sees that Galactus has the little baby, because the little baby is supposed to take over Galactus's job. He's been on that shift for a hot minute. He was promised that 15-minute break. He is not getting it, but Franklin Richards, new employee, he might be able to help out with that. So yeah, and then Invisible Woman does like a badass force field move, pushes him into the portal, killing herself in the process. However, that's not really a spoiler, because Franklin Richards, which is with his cosmic powers, revives her, therefore ending the movie. The after credit scene, Doctor Doom. You only see the back of the hood. It's basically another 4 years later. Franklin Richards is now like 5 years old, and he's playing with Doctor Doom's mask, and Doctor Doom's like kneeling down and you know, saying, "Hey, what's up?" And yeah, if you want to know if how long to stay during the credits, you can leave after that scene, because there's like a final end credit, but it's just like a little dorky cartoon thing. It's cute, but you know, it's whatever. Okay, let's go over the specifics. The score in this movie is god tier. I'm going to be humming the Fantastic Four. I'm going to be humming that in my head for days. That is so catchy, dude. They use that throughout the whole film. I don't care. It's so catchy. They could have used it more. Dude, it's so good. The whole entire OST, I need on a vinyl. It's so awesome. They mix like a lot of, it's almost sort of like Star Trek-y with like all the beeps and boops in the soundtrack. Yeah, just kind of like listen to a little bit of it. It's so good. Other than that, guys, another thing that you probably noticed from my little recap is that this film is completely standalone. Yes, the end credit scene is, you know, that's a hint at like, oh, other movie. Well, this entire film, you could bring your grandma to watch this movie and have not seen a single other film, and she will understand what is going on. She will be a big fan. Next up, Galactus, my dudes, is terrifying. The threatening nature of Galactus in this film is insane. The way they portray him is so good. I was thinking they were going to do this like, because throughout the comics and the shows and all that, Galactus goes from like 7 feet tall to, you know, 20 planets tall, but it seems like they've given him like a concrete size. His ship is about the size of the planet, but he himself is like, I'd say like 10 stories tall, which is still massive, and it works really well. And you know, him being like several planets tall, that's cool for like comic panels, but I can see why they went shorter for this, you know. But yeah, like his ship and everything, just how the shots, how the animation shows him off is so threatening and intimidating. Like, and it's done so well. Like the first time you see him, it's completely like pitch black, and then you just see him slowly come into frame, and his eyes like slowly like, you know, lighten up or whatever. It's so cool. And you know, all the Fantastic Four just staring at it like that one Willem Dafoe meme. And you know, it's awesome. This is actually the perfect representation of this character. I'm so glad we're out of the original Fantastic Four era, where it's like, oh no, the cloud. Galactus is actually just a cloud. You know, that's stupid. But yeah, and going alongside that, visually, this is probably the most gorgeous Marvel film ever. Like everything from the planets, the space scenes. I mean, they must have been whipping those VFX boys. So hey, shout out to those dudes. All right. They hit it out of the park. The Silver Surfer chick, I mean, she looked fantastic. Just the animation with her, the reflectiveness of it. But obviously Galactus is the biggest thing, as well as making all of the superpowers work. Like Reed Richards looks fantastic. We don't have the horrible scene from the first one where he like sticks his finger under the door and does like the and to like unlock it or something. I'm like, that's disgusting. There are no disgusting moments here. I'm so happy with that. Everyone uses their powers a whole bunch in this, and I'm loving it, loving it. The action too, honestly, is probably the best since like No Way Home, Endgame, that era. Like, it goes hard. Like, there's this one part where Galactus is holding Mr. Fantastic, and he's stretching him like a Laffy Taffy. His clothes start ripping. Dude, I was clenching my cheeks. It was insane. I was like, ooh, ooh. Remind me of those like old pirate torture machines, you know, where they like slowly stretch you out or whatever. Yeah, it just that whole final action scene, so good. Oh my gosh. And like, everyone's doing their part. There's no like stupid moments, you know. But okay, aside from that, the final positive, I will say, the emotional moments. This is the first time we've ever seen any of these characters in every single moment that we're supposed to feel emotion. Dude, I'm feeling that like someone's hitting a gong in my heart, dude. It is insane how good it is. But yeah, those are the main positives, done very well. So now, you know, hey, let's go on to the negatives. Now, obviously, there's not going to be as much as the positives, but let's just start out with some big ones. So, not enough of the Thing. I was really impressed with how much they used Johnny Storm. He actually, he still has the lady, I was going to say lady boy, that is not what he is. The lady killer vibe, you know, he's kind of flirting with the Silver Surfer, you know, but he also, like, he's studying her language. There's a lot more layers to his character, and I really like that. But for the Thing, they just don't give him a lot. Like, they have this one moment where he's walking around New York getting cookies. There's this like kindergartner teacher or something like that. She comes out and she's kind of taking a liking to him. And then he's like, oh, I'll see you later. And then I'm like, okay. And then we get one more scene where he goes up to her, then he turns away. Then we get another scene where he's like, I wanted to see you. And that's all we get. That's all we get of the Thing. So that's one thing I actually do think that the 2005 film did a little better. I mean, I don't know if better is the right word. I'm just, oh man, his wife, when she like throws the ring down on the road, she's like, I don't want to marry a rock. I'm like, you bitch. But yeah, so I just think that there should have been more. Give me one more scene where, you know, they're talking, because I like their interactions, him and the, you know, kindergartner teacher. Like, he has a moment where he's like, oh, I kind of wanted to see you. And then she doesn't respond. She kind of just smiles. And then that's the last we see of her. And I'm just like, man, I want to see more of my boy. I need like a whole TV show of him going through his struggles, because I was feeling that, man. I was feeling that. Next up, the middle section of this film, between the points of them coming home from space and Galactus arriving, I would say is probably the slowest section. It's not a bad section, but you definitely kind of feel the time a little bit. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of, you know, figuring out calculations. Like, they have this whole moment where, so they come back and they're like, oh, what did Galactus want? And they're like, oh, that he wanted our child that Sue just had. And then, you know, Reed was like, obviously we didn't give him that. Everyone's understandably kind of pissed, because they're like, okay, you're going to sacrifice all of humanity just for one kid, you know? So we spend a good like 20-30 minutes in this section where it's sort of just the people talking about how they're pissed about them making this decision for them, and Reed Richards trying to figure out how to solve this whole thing. And while it is a good scene, I also think that people got over it pretty quickly. So there's this moment where all these rioters are right outside of the Future Foundation, the headquarters, and they're like, you're going to kill all of us. And then Sue Storm comes out there with the baby, and then she starts talking about, like, you know, family and all that, and everyone just shuts up. Like, they're just like, all right, sounds good. And I'm just like, man, like, I don't mind like people being like, all right, sounds good, you guys got a plan, because obviously they trust this family, they trust the Fantastic Four, so it makes sense that they would be like, all right, we're gonna hear them out. I just think it would have been a little bit more realistic if after she gives the speech, there's still a few people that are indecisive, you know, and then maybe after Reed builds the portal to, because the whole idea is that we're going to take the Earth and literally move it somewhere else, the Patrick meme. And then, yeah, no, but that doesn't happen. Everyone's just kind of cool with it after that. And I'm like, I feel like some people still wouldn't be cool with that. It's like, just give me the baby, you know? But yeah, so it was just those little things that it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that those were like tiny little nitpicks that bugged me. But overall, guys, this movie was, again, I'll say it again, fantastic. I really love this. The characters, the chemistry was amazing. The little things that I didn't like were just, I wanted more of the thing. I want more of Galactus. There was a lot of Galactus, actually. And just, yeah, just, you know, maybe speed up that middle section a little bit, and that's it. That is all. But yeah, guys, I'm going to give this one a super incredibly solid 9 out of 10, almost a perfect film. Guys, if you saw it, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to sub for more reviews every single week. And I shall be seeing you guys on the next episode of Grant Guy Reviews. See ya.